and welcome back to my channel. If it's your first time, I'm Elie, a holistic therapist, and I specialise in energy work, energy that is all around us. And I love to create these videos around the new moon. Now, the energies do vary at each new moon, depending on the sign at that time, the planets, and other influences, which I will look at later in the video when I explore the totems at this time. So, I have studied the energies for many years. The influences by the moon can be quite profound. And when we are aware of them, we can actually tap into them to help us on our path, on our life's journey. Now, if you have been here before, you will know how last new moon was in Aries, which is all about action. Now the energies are in Taurus, which is all about grounding ourselves, slowing down, and becoming focused on what we truly seek. So let's look at Taurus energy and how we can be helped or even guided by this energy. It is not necessary to be born under the sign of Taurus or even have it in our ascendant in order to be able to use its energy. What we are doing is taking a close look at the archetypal energy of the sign. So for this reason, it can be used by anyone in order to rebalance one's energies, or perhaps to tap into parts of the sign, the energy that can help us to draw in and even take on that we may feel we need at this time. So, Taurus is an earth sign which can help us feel grounded and rooted, particularly beneficial for air signs like me, who may have lots of ideas going around my head, and we want to slow down and become more focused or in tune with one idea. So when we tap into the energy of a sign to help us in a particular way, it can be powerful for change. So a closer look at the Taurian attributes are stubbornness, jealousy, also can be an extreme materialism, but on the other hand, the more positive traits of Taurus are patience, reliability, of strong consistency and practicality. So at this new moon, if you was wanting to become more grounded, patient, and perhaps focused on a specific goal, so then this would be the new moon to start your intention. When you know the energies are conducive to what you seek. try to add the earth element. If you feel your head is too much in the clouds, or perhaps feeling a little fiery, or maybe feeling emotional, you could perhaps then go for a walk, find a park where you can feel more connected to the earth element, with the trees and the plants all around you. You could also try a meditation and simply meditate on the positive aspects of this sign. So if you do feel emotions of jealousy or perhaps feel stubborn, when you know you need to be more adaptable yet focused and grounded, you could imagine standing on the earth with the soil under your feet, pressed against your feet, between your toes. Or if it's practical, you could even take off your socks and shoes and actually stand on the soil. Whichever way you do it, connect with the earth and feel rooted. Simply breathe a sense of calm and allow this earth energy to enter the soles of your feet and up to your root chakra, which is positioned at the base of your spine. You could spend time on this exercise and feel balance being restored. Connecting with the earth element has an amazing way of releasing all worries, all doubts that are in our minds and can bring us back into balance. Now, if on the other hand, you feel you have something you wish to release, then you could reverse the process just mentioned and visualize all that no longer serves you or perhaps has held you back is easing down your body and out of the soles of your feet, back into the earth, where it can be neutralized, dispersed, dissolved, helping you to feel more centered, grounded. So, on our journey, we now find ourselves. Taurus is paired with the High Priest in the tarot, representing a love for learning. And I would say an unrelenting pursuit of the truth. With the High Priest, also known as the Hierophant, it is all about the theory and the evidence, rather than trusting intuition or feelings. I will go into more detail regarding the meaning of this card in the later part of this video. For now, let's begin with looking at the energies of Taurus at this new moon and how they will influence us and how we can work with the energies Then the energies of the tarot card can help us to create a deeper understanding as you put 2 points of view together. Taurus is an earth sign represented by the bull. So we have Mother Earth, a feminine planet, and then the bull is seen as masculine. So at this new moon there is an implication here of fertilizing our new ideas, planting the seeds of intention. This is anything you may be working on. Perhaps a change in yourself, in your personal life, work, career, studies. Your journey has brought you to being specific. Taurus is earth, fixed. So what seeds are you planting? But wait, there's more to consider. Before you are fully equipped to manifest, or should I say, to start manifesting. In Native American Indian astrology, people born between April the 20th to May the 20th are assigned Beaver as their birth totem. So let's add Beaver into the mix. Beaver is the builder of the animal kingdom. And like Taurus, has a strong sense of family and home. In building its home, the beaver will create security, safety, protection. It will create several entrances and exits, all representing security, protection, and growth. Like the Taurian energy being earth, adds a very grounding and practical aspect at this time, where you may feel a sense of motivation towards achieving your goals. Taurus is not afraid of hard work to achieve their goals, their dreams, and will be very good at saving money. So here we can tap into the energies of security, building on the foundation that was presented at the last new moon, when the moon was in Aries, which was all about a foundation to build on, perhaps the start of something new, the birth of ideas. Remember, the last month I talked about focusing on long-term plans and what you seek. Now, as we journey, we find ourselves ready to plant those seeds of intention. The energy at this coming new moon is about fertility. The earth being feminine and the bull being masculine. It is so auspicious for the birth of new ideas, new intentions, putting dreams into practice, believing in yourself of what potentially you can accomplish. Now, security is very important for Taurians. like the beaver, and any threat to their stability will be sure to have them just like a bull seeing red. But here you can tap into that energy of consistency, reliability. This is in all areas of your life. So if you think, oh, okay, I had good ideas last month, now I'm lacking motivation, then this Taurus energy, if it's our choice to do so, if we wish, we can tap into it and really absorb those energies of determination. Because Taurus is seen as stubborn, but it's not. It can be perceived as a determination that they're focused, adamant, and will pursue their intention that they have released or set as a goal for themselves. So if it is your desire to kickstart your an intention, and this is any area that you are working on, or maybe you haven't even started, this is a good time. This is the new moon. This is about starting something new, whether it's a weight management program, whether it be in career, or perhaps a secret dream that you have had, perhaps longed for. Now, believe anything is possible. So, tap into this energy of consistency and feel determined that you will achieve your goals. Now, Taurus is ruled by Venus, which to me conjures up images of relaxing in serene and tranquil environments, surrounded by soft furnishings, soothing sounds, and pleasant aromas, which is all about beauty, love, comfort, and luxury. So the combination of Taurus, practical earth energy, plus having beaver and bull totem in the mix, can teach us stability without any stubbornness, as Venus brings a loving fluidity into the mix. Wow! We can gain knowledge and understanding from the animals, minerals, crystals, from the plants. These are gifts we are given to at birth and are always there for us to call upon for guidance, wisdom about learning about ourselves and about others, enlightenment, if that is conducive to you, and always, in my opinion, encouragement. Now, at the time of our birth, depending on which moon we are born under, we are actually given the totem of an animal, and it is the spirit of that animal that I have always been particularly interested in, to in terms of understanding the energies of that particular new moon. So, just in the same way we are assigned an animal totem at birth, we also receive a specific plant, mineral, colour, and element, which are all so meaningful to our specific journey. This new moon is the Frog's Return moon and falls from April the 20th to May the 20th and is the second moon of the East on the Native American medicine wheel. The mineral totem for this moon is the chrysocolla and is known as a healing stone among many Native American cultures. The plant totem is the blue camas and is native to the western US with heavenly soft lavender blue grass-like spikes or plumes, which remind me of peace and calm, creating movement wherever there is stagnation, so energy can flow. And the animal totem is beaver, of course. Beaver teaches people to make all environments as pleasant and safe as possible. The colour is blue and the element is earth. In this position, people can learn to balance the earth and the sky within them. The element clan is that of turtle. Let me know if you want me to talk about each elemental clan. But also, I would just like to share that just as there are many Native American Indian tribes, so are there many different traditions. And some tribes use the mineral jasper or perhaps wild clover as the plant and yellow as the colour. So what I'd like to say here is be fluid. This is the spiritual side of life and it needs to feel right for you. You know best what is right for you. So be present, be mindful, and connect with what resonates with you. But most of all, know why you are working with the totems that you are working with. Because I genuinely believe you will instinctively know which is right for you. And all I am doing here is sharing with you what totems you could work with, you could research to learn more about yourself, about your environment, but you will know instinctively what is right for you. What follows now is the interpretation of the High Priest. So, simply sit back and let another perspective perhaps add to what we can tap into at this coming new moon. The Hierophant, also referred to as the Pope or High Priest. Personal choice. Myself, I'm going to be referring to the card as the High Priest, which is about observing the environment. But it's also about how others see us. The High Priest is all about understanding values and beliefs, the rules and moral behaviour. So the High Priestess in a previous video was about looking within, connecting with our inner guide, our intuition. Now with the High Priest, it is time to understand others, the environment and the rules which need to be followed. This has to be understood. How can you understand others if you haven't that deep understanding of yourself? And also, this has to be understood whether you are the emperor of your kingdom or not. If you are not the emperor of your world, then who is controlling you? If you are the emperor, then you are living by your values and your beliefs, putting you in control. So the High Priest understands deeply where these values and beliefs come from and how it tallies with his or her behaviour. It is with this deep understanding of both the self and others that the individual is ready to move on and develop meaningful relationships, not just of a romantic nature, but all relationships is all about structure and order. It is also about conformity, about ritual and ceremony. The High Priestess that we looked at in the previous video was more about connecting with your feelings, while the High Priest is more concerned with the theory and the order of everything. So the High Priest could represent an advisor, a teacher or student. It is all about understanding the rules and the way things are and the way everything works. While the High Priestess is about feminine energy, about being guided by your feelings and intuition, the Hierophant is more concerned with the theory, the rules and the structure of how things should be. It could be at a time where you have become interested in the pursuit of religious studies, where you are seeking knowledge, not just your feelings about the religion, but the rules that go with it. Perhaps even drawn to the practices that may form structure and routine. There is also an element of conformity. The high priest could also represent a guide or teacher entering your life who can show you the next stage on your spiritual path. However, there is another side to this card. There is the rebellion, the anarchist, the desire to break free from restraints and go forward against the status quo and behave somewhat eccentric in order to find an alternative to the way things are. So, who are you at this time? Are you seeking to conform, perhaps join a spiritual group? Or are you, on the other hand, wanting to break free from an existing sense of order? Each of the major cards can be used to make changes in our lives. They are archetypes of people or situations, providing an excellent point of focus for the changes we seek to attract, or perhaps what we may wish to dispel or banish from our lives. Work with the Hierophant, or the High Priest, as I like to refer to this card, when you seek to change, challenge, or even escape from your present situation. It is all about bringing order into your world. So, for this exercise, you will need the High Priest card, pen and paper. Just like the High Priest, you are going to become the observer. So, as we become the observer of what exists around us, we can develop a deeper understanding of our outward expression, which expresses our inner values and beliefs. So for this exercise, you could sit in your bedroom when you know you won't be disturbed and study everything around you, what you own. What are the ornaments saying to you? What hangs on the wall? Spend time on this exercise, reflecting on what your environment is telling you about yourself, about your beliefs, your values, even your dreams and goals. Now you can use the pen and paper to make notes of your findings. You could also repeat this exercise in your living room and any other room that you spend time in. Make notes of what you discovered and the way your inner values and beliefs are expressed. And what is this exercise telling you about yourself. Also, reflect on how the rooms may or may not differ from each other. Spend time with this exercise until you feel a better understanding of yourself, your needs, and also, just as important, what you are no longer attached to and ready to release. Enjoy this exercise.